One more here. So Vlad Jordan. I'm learning right now, top performance course by Cal Newport, how important it is to apply deliberate practice. Where to find small projects to practice what I'm teaching you here. Since I have a full-time job, I don't need the money, yada, yada, yada. Okay, cool. The best place, so if you want just practice, like just raw practice, and you want to see what's working with clients, I would say Fiverr if you want quick results, but shit clients, it's not going to be fun for you. You're going to get some supplement company selling some weird scammy tea or detox or something that wants like 500 pages for $5, right? I don't think it's going to be fun. Upwork is a good place to get gigs, but I would highly suggest first just writing. Just writing. Don't try to write for sales. Don't try to write. Don't try to like put it that you're a copywriter, all that kind of stuff. People do it all the time. Just go to LinkedIn, write, I'm a copywriter. Not much comes from that usually. You have to start writing. And the people I see that actually make money with copywriting, they tend to write online a lot. It's just exposure, right? They either go to a lot of conferences and have a lot of contacts in a certain industry that they're good at, or they just write a lot online. And when people see your writing and they enjoy reading it, then they pay you. So if you want practice, start a blog. Start a blog on anything and just put it out there, right? I mean, it sounds kind of cheap, but that's how you practice. So someone asked me the other day, they're like, hey, I started my blog 3 months ago, and I only have 60 email subscribers. Like, how long did you blog till you got your list size? And I told them, I was like, well, I started blogging in 2004. I didn't have an email list till about 2010 or 2011 on my original blog. So I was blogging for like 6 or 7 years with the large following, but no email list or no product to sell for years before I ever started like selling copywriting or anything, right? So people think that like you just put your tag out there as a copywriter and you're gonna get results. No. You have to have some sort of experience in an industry or some sort of talented writing or show that you can build a big list or show that you can write really well or get some famous clients. So if you want practice, you can write some samples for larger people. Like sometimes what people do for me, and it works occasionally, is they'll write an entire article for me already and say, hey, this is yours. I really love your stuff. I would love a guest post. Here it is. You can totally use it. You can totally not use it. I don't care. Half the time I decline it because it's just not like exactly what I want. But it's cool because it's already done for me. Whereas the people that say like, hey, can I do a guest post? I'll write anything you want. That's just like, now you're giving me a task to assign you something, and I don't know how you're going to do, and I'm going to have to edit it, and all this kind of like mess with dealing with you now all of a sudden. No. If you want something, write it. And I'll tell you what I did, and this is interesting. I'm actually a published newspaper author, and I had 3 articles published in a quick succession with the Daily Texan, which is the #1 college newspaper in the nation in the U.S. And what I did was I walked in and I said, I want to publish a newspaper article. And they said, are you a communications major? I said, no. And they said, too bad, get the hell out of here. You have to be a communications major. You have to work as like, how do you, like, I don't know, like the bitch lowest level, like the lowest level writer. They write blurbs and stuff. They're the low-level writers that get pawned all the boring work for 1 year, and then maybe you could be an assistant to someone who writes articles. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. However, I do have several printed copies of the articles I already wrote for you, and I formatted them. I studied how newspapers write. You know, they wanted 3 sources, so I went to UT professors and called people up and stuff like that. And I presented them the finished articles, and they really liked them. They're like, there's some grammar changes we need to make to fit the editorial style, but we love these. When can we publish them? And I was like, I don't know, they're already done, however fast. Next day in the newspaper, largest, most respected college newspaper in the nation, full-page feature, Neville Medhora about business blogging. Bam! How did I do that? It's because I already made the article, right? So a lot of people want it just like to come to them. If you were more proactive and go out and offer, do a lot of work in the beginning, make an article specifically for a site. And if you write a copywriting article or whatever, and you send it to me because I have a copywriting site and I decline it, well, guess what? You just kind of rejigger it and send it out to someone else who talks about copywriting, right? And so you can keep shopping it around until you get featured on someone's site. And bam, now you're like a published blog author. But there will be an amount of learning and work you have to do up front. It's just like anything. You're not going to become a professional athlete by going to the gym once, right? It's a long, concerted, dedicated effort. And if you want to get published and just start writing on your own and start guest blogging for people, but write the full thing out and send it to them. That's how I get published on HubSpot and the New York Times, all sorts of different publications, is because I write the entire article first and send it to them, and their eyes light up and they're like, whoa, you already have it done. That's awesome.